Welcome back for your next IE lesson. Today we're going to continue on with the book that we have been reading for the last couple days. The book again is called From Best Friend to Bully, and your skill is to think about why is that a good title for this book? From Best Friend to Bully. When you're finished today, you're going to go back to Canvas and put your answer in the text box. So here we go today. We're going to start with chapter 4. That night after dinner, Emily decided to tell her mom what was going on. Her mother listened quietly until Emily was finished. "You and Pam have been friends for a long time," Emily's mom finally said. "Maybe when you start working on the play together, she'll stop acting this way. You've told me that sometimes she says mean things and then apologizes later." "But what if she doesn't apologize? What if nothing changes?" Emily asked. "Well, we'll figure something out if and when that happens," her mom said. "But I'm hopeful that Pam will remember what a good friend you are." Emily was hopeful too. However, the next day, all of her hopes disappeared. Pam continued to either ignore Emily or giggle with Jen, Allison, and Nina. And when it came time for play practice after school, things only got worse. "Pam, would you and Jen please stop talking?" Mr. Benson asked for the second time. Every time Emily started to practice her lines, the two girls chattered loudly. When she tried to sing, Pam rolled her eyes and snickered. In between, Pam spent her time whispering to some of the other girls in the play and pointing at Emily. When Mr. Benson had to ask Pam to be quiet for the third time, he had had enough. "Pam, perhaps you'd like to tell everyone what is so interesting that you have to talk about it all through rehearsal," he said. "It's nothing," Pam said. She looked at Jen and giggled. "We were just talking about our pets." Several girls burst out laughing. Mr. Benson just sighed and shook his head. It didn't make much sense to him. "Okay, enough. We're here to practice this play, not chat about our pets." At this, there was another outburst of laughter. Emily's face turned red. Even when the girls finally quieted down, Emily felt sick and dizzy. She couldn't remember her lines. Her throat felt tight. When she sang, she thought she sounded like a chicken squawking. Emily rushed out of the school at the end of practice and stood alone waiting for Robert to pick her up. He had just gotten his driver's license, and she didn't blame him for taking his time driving over to school, but she really wished he had been there when she came out. She didn't want to deal with Pam and the other girls anymore. "Hey, Emily." Emily jumped. She hadn't even seen Nina walking over to her. "What do you want?" Emily said angrily, not even looking at Nina. Nina was looking around nervously. When she heard voices and laughter coming from the school entrance, she spoke quickly. "I just wanted to say that I'm glad you got that part. And what?" Emily asked. "And you think I'm the teacher's pet?" "No," Nina said, looking sad. "I meant to tell you that I think Pam's being mean. I don't really think it's funny. That's all." Now Emily turned and stared at Nina. "Then why do you laugh when she makes fun of me?" "I'm sorry. I won't anymore," Nina said in a rush. "It's just that Pam says she doesn't want me to be friends with you." At that moment, Robert pulled up. He honked the horn loudly so that everyone would see he was driving. He had the radio blasting. "Well, I have to go," was all Emily said. She got in the car and slammed the door loudly. "What's wrong with you?" Robert shouted over the music, looking at his little sister. When he saw tears in her eyes, he turned off the music. "Hey, seriously, what's the matter?" Emily told her brother everything from beginning to end. She even included things she hadn't told her mother, like how Pam made fun of her in the cafeteria in front of everyone. She finished by telling Robert that now Pam was trying to keep other girls from being friends with her. By the time she was done, they were back home sitting in the driveway. Robert just turned off the car and shook his head. "Whoa, it sounds like your best friend is a bully. And believe me, that sure is something I know about." "What do you mean?" Emily asked, looking at Robert closely. "What do you know about bullies?" "Well, back a few years ago, there were some boys in my class that used to pick on me. They'd call me names and hit me sometimes." "You? They picked on you?" Emily asked in surprise. She'd always thought everyone liked her brother. He was popular, funny, and even played guitar in a band. "Yeah, they thought I was a sissy because I liked the guitar better than football." That's stupid, Emily said. So what did you do? Did you hit them back? No, Robert said. That's the thing about bullies. They want to upset you. Upsetting you makes them feel stronger. So they want you to hit back or cry or run away. But sometimes, if you ignore them, they lose interest in picking on you. Then again, sometimes you have to face them and tell them to stop. It depends on the bully, I guess. Then Robert explained that he had told the teacher about the bullies. The teacher spoke to the two boys that had been bothering Robert. She also told Robert to do his best to ignore the bullies and to stay close to his friends at recess and in the cafeteria. They still picked on me for a while, Robert explained. It's not like bullies just disappear, but when they finally figured out that they couldn't upset me, it wasn't as much fun for them. Emily thought about this for a while. Then she sighed. But it does upset me, she said. It's different because Pam was my friend, my best friend. Yeah, that's hard, Robert agreed. They sat in silence for a while. Then Robert came up with an idea. Maybe you should just ask her why she's acting this way, and maybe tell her how you feel. It makes me scared to even think of doing that, Emily said. She's being so mean to me. Robert nodded and agreed that it wouldn't be easy. How about this? Robert said. Practice what you want to say, just like you practice for the play, just like I practice the guitar. When you're sure of what you're going to say, it won't seem so hard or so scary. You know why I'm not nervous when I play? It's because I know I'm ready. If I talk to Pam, do you think she'll stop being a bully? Will we be friends again? Emily asked. I don't know, her brother said honestly. Sometimes friends change, but you need to stand up for yourself. Like I said, sometimes the best way to deal with a bully is to let her know that you're not afraid to face her. And that's where we're going to stop today. Take some time and think about how come the author picked From Best Friend to Bully for the title, and put your answer in Canvas.